That's word because you can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time.
Welcome to this week's episode of Talkin' Footy. I'm your host Sean, and with me as always, well, not this week, fuck me Dad. Still part of the show. Alright. Welcome to this week's episode of Talkin' Footy. I'm your host Sean. As you notice, someone a little different with me this week. I've told Dan he's on the chopping block, so...
Yeah, it's swinging.
That's it. And he's decided to go to the Gold Coast this week, so I've decided to get his younger, more knowledgeable and better looking brother, Simon. Here you go, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Sean, mate. It's good to be here.
Yeah, beautiful.
Still don't know what to do with my hands, though.
Just get them there. Put them to your side. Mate, another weekend of highlights and questionable calls, but good footy all round. We had Manly on Thursday night upsetting the Tigers. The Bunnies spoiled Barber's return. Yeah, and Good Friday. Melbourne proved too good for Brisbane. Penrith fumbled and bumbled their way to a horrible loss to the Titans. The Steelers broke their duck in the local derby against the Sharkies. Jared Mullen led the nice victory over the Green Machine. Sorry about that, mate.
Yeah, it'll happen.
It will happen. North Queensland couldn't compete against the Warriors across the Dutch. And the Roosters, mate, they managed to raise their bat after notching up a half century against the hapless Eels. Good footy all round.
Always good to see a half-ton notched up, especially against the Eels.
They would have shame.
Hey, fuck this, Thursday night football's over.
Yeah.
I mean, I love having footy 5 nights a week, but the scheduling's all out and you never know when the game's going to be on.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah, trying to keep up with when your team's playing.
Yeah,
it's
one day here, one game there, one game there. Never know what's going on.
One prop there.
One prop there coming at me still.
It's alright. Well, how's your tipping with this Thursday night bullcrap?
Oh, mate, I've had a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody naming Edric Lee in my super coach. It's named every week, never plays. And now I've got an extra day, so I'm cheering.
Yeah, there you go. You've got an extra day not to pick Edric Lee. But something did come out of the weekend, the poor form of Luke Bailey and Sam Friday. Handling referees. I mean, it's not baggage handling. What do you reckon about that? Poor form?
No, I don't really think it was that bad. I mean, it's not like they were going for him.
Yeah.
Not like they roughed him up at all. I mean, they were trying to get their point across. Heat of the moment sort of stuff.
So you reckon it's alright to touch the referees? They're not, something special?
Nah, they're not a protected species.
Hang on. I do believe I saw Greenpeace out there chaining themselves to a couple of refs to make sure they didn't get harpooned by Japanese whalers. Oh, sorry, Japanese scientists.
It's all scientific research, mate.
Yeah, right. See what makes these refs tick, eh?
We've got to find out something. They're making some shocking calls.
Yeah, fair enough. I reckon they haven't been doing too bad, but thought has copped a week for what he did. Fair enough.
Rules are rules.
That's it. And plus, it didn't affect the weekend's results anyway. I mean, Penrith had every chance to beat the Titans, and it definitely wasn't Luke Bailey's fault for touching up a ref. Penrith have been given everything. 4 consecutive Sundays. They've ended up with a 1-3 record. But the worst thing, even the 3 losses I can handle, what I can't handle is when I can't go to the game and I've got to listen to that prick Ray Hadley on Channel 9. It does my head in, I've had enough.
I mean, where did Dan Ganane go?
He's still on Triple M doing the radio, and there's an even bigger problem. Have you listened to Triple M on Sundays and listen to the footy?
Occasionally.
Yeah, that's live, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happens if you want to listen to the game and watch at the same time?
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Channel 9, you bastard.
Yeah, Channel 9s. Yeah. Do they even have footy shows anyway? Not as good as this one, obviously.
Alright. I hear that there's a half-rate one on after the Thursday night football has been.
Oh, yeah?
recently, but I'm in bed by then. I don't watch that rubbish.
I believe that B grade show has been taking a cue from other shows. Mate, I've noticed they've got a new background, trying to get to a edgier, more of a youth-based audience. They've decided to go with a red brick background. I wonder where they got that idea from, eh? Come up with some original ideas, you hacks. Anyway, time to come to our favourite part of the segment, our most popular segment, actually. Favourite part of the show, who's shithouse and who's shithot. Mate, crack your cherry on this one, mate. Tell us, who is shithouse?
Shithouse. This week, I've got who's shithouse is Danny Badeiras. That terrible shoulder charge he put on Blake Ferguson fractured his eye socket.
Yeah, it did actually.
It's such a great run of form since he's been drinking cruises on a roof.
Drinking cruise.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a bit of sugar water Papa drank.
Well, at least it's not passion fruit. Mate, who's shithot for you though?
Shithot for me would have to be young George Burgess.
Georgie!
He's been a bit of a gun off the bench.
Yeah.
Injecting himself into the game, making good runs, good tackles.
He
Can't fault the man.
Yeah, he's not little.
And for the price he is on a Supercoach, mate, how can you go past the young fella?
I like your style. Mate, for me, Panthers number 7, Luke Walsh, is shithouse. Without a doubt, a big problem for our team. He did his job a few years back when he picked him up from Newcastle mid-season, but since then he's showed that he is not a top grade halfback to lead the team around.
So you're like saying he's not cutting the mustard?
No. These days of Penrith, I'm going to cut my wrist, I'll tell you now.
If he's nothing, he is consistent though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. I can imagine that in the coaching. He's consistent. He's consistent. So is our lost column. Yeah. God. Oh, mate. We did miss out on Thurston. We missed out on Carney. Or looks like he's going to be staying at the Sharks anyway. I just hope we sign someone half decent. Half decent. Half back. That was bad, mate. But we did pick up Trent Barrett as a halves coach in the off-season. And I can actually see him working. The problem is, and this is the best way I can put it, he can't polish a turd. Alright? So
he gets a shiny turd.
Well, and it turns out anyway, Ivan Cleary has dropped the axe. Luke Walsh has been dropped for this game. So it turns out that he really is in the shit house. Moving on, shit hot is the Pommy powerhouse Sam Burgess. And he had the potential when he came to Australia, and he's shone ever since. But this year he's really raised the bar to a new level. He's playing that good. Outstanding performances, just absolutely fantastic. I'm surprised Queensland haven't tried to pinch him, as they do with everybody.
Oh, he's had a titty dance up on the Gold Coast, mate. That's close enough to Queenslander, isn't it? That's enough.
I think that's how Ben Teo got his job. He got a lap dance at Hollywood Showgirls. Oh, definitely a Queenslander. Well, now comes the time with one of our favourite parts of the show, where we set the tape to rewind and we go back in reminiscing. Simo, remember when footy players used to wear black boots?
So long ago, it's but a distant dream.
Mate, that tradition did go out the window, because it used to be bad luck to wear white footy boots, and then it's just exploded in other crap.
Yeah, now you can get a bunch of pink or green or blue.
Well, I found out what actually happened. It wasn't because none of those were available. What happened was Jared Hayne, Peter Wins was closed and he needed a pair of boots, and he accidentally bought a pair from Supre and didn't want to admit it. Unfortunately, that was 2009, and the trend just caught on. Oh, hopefully it stops soon. Anyway, I believe we have an award to hand out this week, mate.
We do. Yeah. We have the Mick Ennis Grub of the Week award.
Oh,
goes to Kristen and you. Yay.
Yeah, good on you, mate. We'll send it out to you soon. In fact, just go to Mick Ennis, he's your captain.
Yeah.
So
not too far.
What did that scumbag get it for this week?
Although Although the shoulder charge may be a contentious decision, everyone agrees that the spear tackle's gone. Gone for good.
Yeah, so no, it's...
And he dropped Greg Inglis like a sack of potatoes.
He did. Well, he's lucky that Greg Inglis is like 100% body muscle. His neck's probably as good as my leg. So very lucky on that one. I know people say it's not his go, but I think there's a bit of mongrel, a bit of dirty in his game. So hopefully his time on the sidelines will see him stamp it out. But till then, you're our grub of the week, mate. I do believe there's some new...
fresh news about the obstruction rule here.
Yeah.
It's been overturned from a black and white ruling to judgment call from the boys in the box. Hopefully this will be an end of the rubbish.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's going to be good. This was actually going to be my hot topic this week, but good old Daniel Anderson's reversed it. Mate, he made a mistake. He's fixed it, and he's moving on. He did promise a common sense approach when he came into the job last year, or late last year after the season was over, and thankfully he's living up to it. Thankfully the addition of former players in the box, his idea as well, to go with the video referee, will now actually be useful, because they can be used on judgment calls. That's why thankfully we're seeing a lot of groundings and a lot of going out. One replay, not 27 replays. Nah, that's a try. Nah, no try. Or sometimes I think some blokes have actually got sauce on their fingers or they're eating their pie and can't answer it. The video ref still stuffs it. But moving on. Anything to add to the obstruction rule stuff, mate?
No, we'll play that one by ear. See how it goes.
No, not that much confidence in how it's going to go.
Oh mate, with the shambles of the refs. I mean, Daniel Anderson has been better, but still a turd sandwich.
If for those of you who've been following our Facebook page, mate, many more retro jerseys ideas have been coming in. Mate, keep them coming. We thank you. Now, don't stop now. Not at all. Come Origin time, we will name the top 5 and they will be voted on. The winner will not only have their entrant put forward to Sportswear Maker Canterbury, but they'll also win the mystery prize. They're a lucky recipient there.
Looks like I better get me bloody entry in.
Yeah. Well,
I am a fan of the retro jersey.
You
nice
see.
and warm.
Good this time of year.
Yeah.
Mate, just before we get to our next segment, I would like to congratulate both the Parramatta Eels and the Cronulla Sharks for coming together in honouring John Manners' legacy by playing for a trophy named after him. A class act if there ever was one. We brought this up earlier on this year in our pre-season special. Obviously, we're not going to take credit for that because that's just stupid, but good on him. It's a good idea. I'm very, very happy for him. Johnny Manners is a nice bloke everywhere.
He was. Nicest bloke.
Exactly. Now, time for our tips of the week. Simo, who do you fancy?
Hey, can't go past Melbourne at home, especially against the hapless Tigers. They're having a shocker. I put the house on Melbourne 13 plus.
What, you don't reckon moving Braithen Ass to the halfback's going to help their causes?
Mate, you could move him to left, right, out, and he still wouldn't make a difference.
Actually, no. If you moved him to left, right, out, he probably would make a difference. I thought Jody Gordon would see him more often. He's a lucky man, that guy. This week I can't see anyone getting on top of South. They seem to have the whole package. Even though every team is due for a slip up sometime, I don't see it this week. Put some money down, not a head to head. Try a half-time, full-time double. That should be able to net you a few dollars. Mate, another week, another solid gold performance. Brilliantly stepped in there, mate. Obviously, you're better off than when Gerd's over here. He's just a pretty face. He just stands there, and you know what? I never get any
character.
I never get any complaints from him about it. He's just no one ever emails saying, "Oh, why doesn't Gerd stalk him?" That's because all the girls like this. Oh.
Yeah.
And
see, it's how the blokes keep the girls busy while they're watching the show.
I never thought of that. Thanks, Gerds. Thanks, Sivo. Mate, this show is brought to you by Josh Services for all your security needs. And the E-Race store, Phillip 79. All game footage you see on this show is thanks to his fantastic library. Jump on, have a look, buy some. I know I've got plenty of it.
And don't forget to go to our foot Facebook page or jump onto talkingfooty.com for all your footballing needs.
I love it. Mate, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. And that's the end of that chapter.